Good morning. Welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 12월 12일 목요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. Every now and then, a person, a label, title, or character becomes an icon. Now, they tend to come from the most unexpected places, such as the South Pole. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll out the red carpet because a penguin has taken the world by storm. 팽하. 네, 그렇습니다. 마침내 드디어 펭수가 전 세계 해외 토픽에 그 이름을 등재했습니다. 홍콩발 뉴스인데요. 어제 South China Morning Post는 방탄소년단보다 인기가 더 높다고? 왜 한국의 밀레니얼들은 자이언트 펭귄 펭수에게 빠져들었나? 라는 제목의 기사를 통해 펭수의 인기를 조명했다고 합니다. 유튜브 구독자 129만 명을 돌파하며 대세로 떠오른 펭수의 좌우명으로 오늘 하루를 시작해보겠습니다. 웃어라, 행복해지리니. Well, it goes without saying that Pengsu has made a name for itself, and it's only a matter of time before we see our beloved EBS characters raising the bar on the global stage. Well, with that in mind, let me give you today's quiz question. Pengsu has many unique features, such as the yellow something he wears all the time. 1번 headphones, 2번 sunglasses, 3번 bikini. 뭘까요? 저도 할로윈 때 이거를 직접 집에서 페인팅 해가지고 꼈던 기억이 납니다. 골라주시면 되겠습니다. 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 비타민 C 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 여러분의 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴 테니까 얼른 지금 정답 보내주세요. Okay, then let's kick off today's show with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
Ahead of a UNSC meeting on North Korea's recent provocations, Washington and Moscow's top diplomats revealed they still have some differences over how to deal with Pyongyang.
UN 안전보장이사회 개최를 앞두고 미국과 러시아 외교수장이 북한 비핵화 해법에 대해 이견을 드러냈습니다.
8 years have passed since the Fukushima nuclear accident, but it has been found that the rice straw contaminated with radioactive materials has yet to be discarded.
후쿠시마 원전 사고 발생 8년이 지났지만 방사성 물질에 오염된 볏짚을 전부 폐기하지 못한 것으로 파악됐습니다.
The world's first fully electric commercial aircraft has taken its maiden test flight in Canada.
세계 첫 상용 전기 항공기가 캐나다 밴쿠버에서 시험 비행을 했습니다.
New Zealand has ordered 1.2 million square centimeters of skin to treat burn victims of the White Island volcano eruption that took place on December 9th.
뉴질랜드가 지난 9일 발생한 화이트섬 화산 분출로 화상을 입은 환자들의 치료를 위해 이식용 피부 120만 제곱센티미터 지원을 요청했습니다.
Russia's national boxing team has announced that it will not compete in the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo under a neutral flag as Russian athletes grapple with the country's 4-year ban from world sporting events.
세계 반도핑기구인 WADA가 러시아의 주요 국제 스포츠 대회 출전 금지를 결정한 가운데 러시아 복싱협회가 자국 국기를 사용하지 못할 경우 2020년 도쿄 하계올림픽에 참가하지 않겠다는 입장을 밝혔습니다. Well, for the headlines and more this morning, I'm joined by Devin Whiting. Good morning, Devin.
Good morning, Sue.
How are you? It's been, how many months has it been since you
Gosh, it's been 8 or 9 months probably since the last time I was here.
아, 그렇군요. 오늘은 데빈 선생님이 스티브 선생님 대신에 또 뉴스를 전해주도록 하겠습니다. So
Good
how's
shoes to
everything?
fill.
Oh, well, I mean, you're a news expert, Devin, so I'm so happy you could be here today. How have you been?
I've been very well. It's getting colder out there, and you gotta take some extra care for your health with the fine dust we've been having. But
I know.
but Christmas is coming up, so you can't help but feel sort of the Christmas spirit, I guess.
Yeah, I know. But this morning, I felt like the air was not as murky
Yeah,
as
it seemed to
had
have
been.
cleared up much better than the past couple of days, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's wonderful to have you here. You're going to be filling in for Steve today, tomorrow, and also for our Saturday edition.
That's right. That's my honor.
네, 그래서 오늘, 내일, 모레 스티브 선생님을 대신해서 이렇게 데빈 선생님이 뉴스를 전해주도록 하겠습니다. 조금 전에 저희가 같이 읽어드린 헤드라인은요, 모닝 스페셜 홈페이지 헤드라인 다시 듣기에서 무료로 들으실 수 있습니다. If you'd like to listen to the headlines again, you can do so by visiting our website. 많은 이용 바랍니다. Let's go over the headlines, Devin.
Ahead of a UNSC meeting on North Korea's recent provocations, Washington and Moscow's top diplomats revealed they still have some differences over how to deal with Pyongyang.
유엔 안전보장이사회 개최를 앞두고 미국과 러시아 외교수장이 북한 비핵화 해법에 대해 이견을 드러냈습니다.
Yes, so this is referring to a meeting that happened in New York at the UN just a few hours ago. I guess it would have wrapped up about North Korea's escalation of tensions, sort of threatening to take a new path.
Yeah.
Has been the key word there.
There were some cryptic messages coming out of North Korea. Most recently, North Korea said that it had conducted a very important test.
Yes, which we believe was an engine for an ICBM.
Exactly, and that was, I think, what spurred this meeting to come about at the UN.
Right, and in a joint news conference after some bilateral talks were held in Washington on Tuesday, this is a separate set of talks. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, he once again urged North Korea not to test nuclear weapons or long-range missiles.
Talking about long-range missiles, North Korea also said earlier on that next year it may take a new path, start something new. Again, a bit cryptic, but people are saying that this could be a reference to maybe long-range ballistic missiles or even intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Right, and while Mike Pompeo's telling North Korea not to do this, the Russians have a slightly different perspective. They want the U.S. To take action,
Right.
to take reciprocal steps in return for things that North Korea might do. They said, Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, said, you cannot demand that North Korea do everything, and they need to ensure North Korea's security and lift the sanctions.
Right. So Russia's stance, I suppose, is don't tell North Korea to do all of these things before the US takes some sort of action as well. It has to be a sort of give and take.
Exactly. That's a great phrase.
And in fact, yesterday, the US responded by saying, we are not asking North Korea to only take action. All of the parties involved are trying to do their part. And so it is a fair game, if you will.
Precisely. I mean, the U.S. Has indicated that it's willing to give a security guarantee at some point, and of course, President Trump trying to maintain that relationship with Kim Jong-un over on top of all of the things that are happening at the working level.
네, 그렇습니다. 현지 시간으로 수요일에 있었던 UN Security Council 그 public open meeting에서 여러 가지 내용이 나왔습니다만 그 중에서는 이제 미국의 유엔 대사 같은 경우에는 북한이 도발을 피해야 한다라고 하면서도 러시아가 미국도 이제 많은 어떤 조치를 취해야 될 것 아니냐라고 했을 때 굉장히 미국은 유연하게 협상할 준비가 돼 있다라는 얘기를 했습니다. Okay, we'll leave that story there and go on to our next story. I believe the headline is on the monitor for you. Devin, what is headline number 2?
8 years have passed since the Fukushima nuclear accident, but it has been found that the rice straw contaminated with radioactive materials has yet to be discarded.
네, 후쿠시마 원전 사고 발생 8년이 지났지만 방사성 물질에 오염된 볏짚을 전부 폐기하지 못한 것으로 파악됐습니다. So let me just rephrase that because there is some room for misinterpretation in the Korean part at least. It's not that they haven't gotten rid of everything, it's that they haven't been able to get rid of 100%. They have actually discarded 30%, right?
Right. They have found that. I mean, that's the first step. You know, you've got to find where all this rice is that's contaminated.
I see.
But so they were at least able to find some of it, and they have discarded 30% or so. But they have 6,000 tons of rice straw that has not been dealt with.
네, 지금 얘기하고 있는 이 rice straw가 볏짚인데요. 이게 후쿠시마 원전 사고 당시에, 그러니까 8년 전이죠. 2011년에 방사성 물질에 많이 오염이 됐다고 합니다. 그런데 이 전체 양이 한 6천 톤 정도 여전히 남아 있다고 하죠. 문제는 이제 지금까지 전체 30% 정도는 처리가 되고 폐기가 됐지만 나머지 70%에 대한 일단 뭐 행방도 행방이고 그다음에 어떻게 이것을 폐기하느냐 등등의 많은 문제가 있다고 합니다. So tell us a bit more about this.
Yeah, well, some of the rice straw, you have to determine does it have, how much radiation does it have in it?
Yeah.
So some of it had less than 8,000 becquerels per kilogram, which is, that's the level of radiation, and that's considered waste that can be incinerated, it can be burned, but they haven't done that because some people who live in the area don't want it to be incinerated because it's going to create ash and smoke, I guess, that they're worried about inhaling. If it has more than 8,000 becquerels per kilogram, then it's considered an environmental hazard and it has to be disposed of in a special way.
아하, 그렇군요. 그러니까 이 볏짚의 방사선량이 1kg당 800퀴렐 이하면은 그러면은 바로 이제 소각을 할 수 있다고 합니다. 그렇지만 8,100퀴렐이 넘게 될 경우에는 환경 오염의 그런 가능성을 가지고 있는데 그때는 일본의 환경성에서 폐기물로 지정을 하고 그다음에 관리를 해야 되는 좀 복잡한 절차가 있는데 소각하는 것조차도 이 지역의 주민들은 원치 않고 있습니다. 그래서 지금 이렇게 여전히 굉장히 많이 남아 있는 것이고요. 그거보다 더 문제가 되는 것은 이 볏짚을 몇몇 농가에서 사서 소에게 먹였다면서요.
Yeah, that's right. You know, that's very worrying that it was fed to the cows. But we see that the Japanese government actually bought the cows that ate the rice and they, you know, got rid of the cattle, to put it delicately. And we also see a connection to the typhoon that hit Japan back in October.
Right. I think I read stories about bags of straw floating around here and there.
Yeah, those were bags of, say, trees and leaves and all kinds of things that just waste that had been contaminated with radioactive substances. But also this rice straw, some of that also went missing during the typhoon.
아하, 그렇군요. 최근에 올해 있었던 그 태풍 때도 마찬가지로 이 볏짚이 홍수로 인해서 유실이 됐었다라는 소식까지 들려오고 있습니다. 한때는 어떤 농가에서 이 볏짚을 먹은 이제 소들의 문제가 생기지 않을까 해가지고 일본에서 직접 한 농가의 소를 전부 사들여서 소각하는 일도 있었다고 합니다. Okay, leaving that story there, let's go on to our next headline. Headline number 3.
The world's first fully electric commercial aircraft has taken its maiden test flight in Canada.
세계 첫 상용 전기 항공기가 캐나다 밴쿠버에서 시험 비행을 했습니다.
Yeah, this is exciting for people who like things technological, but there's a few key bits of information in the headline. So it's the first fully electric and commercial aircraft. So there have been electric aircraft before. There have been, partially electric aircraft, but this one is fully electric and it's for commercial use. So hopefully a company will adopt technology and use it to make money.
So how many minutes was this particular plane in the air?
Well, that's the thing. It was only in the air for 15 minutes. You
Aha.
can't get very far in 15 minutes.
I see. 일단 15분 동안 첫 비행에 성공했다라는 소식인데요. There are many advantages of having an E-plane, right?
Sure. And the main one, the clearest one, is that it doesn't use fossil fuels and
Yeah.
pollute the air.
그렇죠. 아무래도 이 플레인의 가장 큰 장점은 이산화탄소를 배출하지 않는다는 것이고요. 그뿐만 아니라 유지, 보수 비용도 굉장히 적다고 합니다. 그래서 비용 면에서도 참 좋을 수 있어요.
Yeah, right. Once you've got the technology working, it's very easy to maintain. And the interesting thing is that if
지금 보이는 라디오로 영상을
there
띄워드리고
it is.
있습니다. 네.
Okay, so you could see the bottom on the bottom of the plane. It had the they're like water skis, so that it can land on the water. But if they can get this technology going, that would save it would save a lot of pollution from being emitted. And the main thing is the battery. I believe that's always the challenge with these electric vehicles. And Korea is actually at the forefront of that, right? Developing batteries.
Sure.
Companies are going to be supplying all of these car makers and plane makers in the future.
그렇습니다. 이번에 이 E-플레인을 함께 만들었던 그 회사들 같은 경우에는 앞으로 목표는 전 세계의 모든 항공기를 전기 항공기로 만드는 것이 목표다. 이렇게
Yeah.
포부를 밝혔습니다. 물론 이제 상용화 되기까지는 상당한 시간이 걸리겠고요. 현재는 이제 15분만 성공을 했기 때문에 장거리 비행 같은 경우에는 많은 세월이 걸릴 수도 있겠지만 환경에 당연히 좋겠고요. 뭐 그레타 썬버그 같은 환경 운동가도 이런 비행기가 상용화되면
Yeah.
배를 타고 다닐 일이 없이 비행기를 탈 수 있겠죠.
That'd be good for her. She can save the environment in comfort.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speed. Now, this
Yeah.
plane, they said this one can go about 160 kilometers. That would be
Wow.
its maximum range, which still won't get Greta Thunberg across the ocean, but, one day.
One day. And was she picked as the person of the year? that
Yes,
time? Yeah.
that came out just in the past
Few
24 hours, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go on to our next headline. This takes us to New Zealand.
New Zealand has ordered 1.2 million square centimeters of skin to treat burn victims of the White Island volcano eruption that took place on December 9th.
뉴질랜드가 지난 9일 발생한 화이트섬 화산 분출로 화상을 입은 환자들의 치료를 위해 이식용 피부 120만 제곱센티미터 지원을 요청했습니다.
Yes, some people who were on the island when the volcano erupted were very badly burned. They say 95% burns on their bodies, and they're going to need some intensive care. And thankfully, other countries are sending skin to New Zealand, including Australia, I believe, the United States. And this will be a big help for them.
네, 지금까지는 이 화상 환자 치료를 위해서 한 10,000 제곱센티미터의 피부가 보내졌다고 합니다. 그런데 앞으로 필요한 양은 그보다 훨씬 많은 120만이라고 하는데요. 지금 데빈 선생님이 설명해 주신 것처럼 이번 화산 폭발로 인해서 90에서 95%의 화상을 입은 환자들이 상당히 많다고 합니다. 실제로 지금 한 25명이 위중한 상태고 사망자 수도 올라갔죠. 어제까지만 해도 6명이 사망한 것으로 알고 있었는데 업데이트가 있나요?
Right, yeah. So now the latest reports just a couple hours ago said there are 8 people who are confirmed to have died. There were 8 missing, so I guess there would be 6 missing now, and unfortunately they are presumed to have died.
아, 그렇군요. 이 화산 분출 당시에 이 관광 가이드 그다음에 이제 관광을 왔던 호주, 미국, 영국, 독일, 중국, 말레이시아 관광객들이 한 50명 가까이 있었다고 합니다. Okay, let's go on to our final headline.
Russia's national boxing team has announced that it will not compete in the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo under a neutral flag, as Russian athletes grapple with the country's 4-year ban from world sporting events.
세계 반도핑 기구가 러시아의 주요 국제 스포츠 대회에 출전 금지를 결정한 가운데 러시아 복싱협회가 자국 국기를 사용하지 못할 경우 2020년 도쿄 하계올림픽에 참가하지 않겠다는 입장을 밝혔습니다.
Yes, you clarified in the Korean headline that this is the World Anti-Doping Association that has banned Russia. There's been many cases of Russian athletes found to have taken performance-enhancing drugs. So the thing is, Russia has been offered a chance to compete in the Olympics like they did in Pyeongchang under a neutral flag.
Yeah.
They would not be representing Russia. They would be just competing as themselves. But the head of the Russian national boxing team said they don't want to do that. They want to represent Russia. Otherwise, there's no sense in participating, he said.
So tell us about the doping part. That wasn't specifically to do with boxing, right?
No, it wasn't to do with boxing, but it's the boxing chief who's come out to say this. His point of view is that, well, yes, the athletes have been caught doping and certain officials have been caught encouraging it or enabling the doping, but why punish everyone, even those athletes who were clean? Why not just find the officials who did it and punish them?
그렇죠. 이번에 도핑 혐의를 받은 선수들에 대한 어떤 자격 정지라든지 이런 것은 이해를 할 수 있는데 러시아라는 국가 자체를 다 이렇게 자국 국기를 사용하지 못하는 것에 대해서 복싱을 하는 사람들의 입장에서는 이해를 할 수 없다. 더군다나 도핑에 걸린 복서가 없는 것으로 제가 그렇게 알고 있는데요. 그렇기 때문에 만약에 이렇게 뉴트럴 플래그를 써야 한다라고 계속하면은 러시아의 복싱협회는 이번에 출전을 하지 않겠다. 이렇게 입장을 밝힌 것입니다.
Yeah, and Russia is not only banned from this Olympics, they're also banned from the next World Cup in 2022.
I see. Okay, well, those were our headlines for this morning. Now, Devin, let's remind our listeners of the quiz again. This is a bit of a cute quiz. It has to do with a penguin.
That's right. Here it is. Pengsu has many unique features, such as the yellow something he wears all the time. Number 1, headphones. Number 2, sunglasses. Number 3, bikini.
네, 계속해서 정답 보내주세요. 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 비타민 C set 보내드리겠습니다. And when we come back, we have our news-focused stories as well as your messages to read out. Taking us into that part now is Zac Efron and Zendaya with Rewrite the Stars. You're listening to Morning Special. In the studio this morning, we have Devin Whiting filling in for Steve. And Devin, a lot of people are saying hi. So, yeah let's read their messages. 송완규님, good morning, Devin Whiting.
Good morning to you.
지창곤님의 메시지 직접 읽어주시겠어요?
Where are you from, Devin? Well, I'm from the U.S., and I grew up in North Carolina. And Georgia as well. So in the southeastern part of the United States.
But you've been in Korea for a very long time, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Over 10 years.
와우, 그렇습니다. 미국에서 오셨고요. 지금 타방송국에서 방송을 하고 계시는데 미미무님이 바로 알아보셨어요. 타 영어 방송에서 그 뉴스 앵커님이시다. 와, 너무 반가워요, 데빈 쌤. 하셨습니다.
That's very nice of her to recognize me, and I don't get this kind of interaction with the viewers on the TV.
그렇죠. 지금 모든 게 낯설으셔서 왜냐하면 TV는 굉장히 오래 방송을 하셨는데 이렇게 라이브 라디오를 통해서 여러분과 메시지 주고받고 하는 게 너무 신기하다고 아까 얘기를 해주셨어요. 어젯밤에 몇 시에 뉴스 하셨었나요?
Yesterday, I was on at 4 p.m., 4 in the afternoon.
오케이, 이제 오늘도 4시에 뉴스 하시죠?
Yes.
네, 이따가 시간 되시는 분들은 4시에 데빈 선생님의 뉴스도 TV로
my gosh.
보시면 좋겠습니다.
Making me nervous here.
김혜선님이 데빈쌤 안녕하세요. 너무 handsome-하세요 하셨습니다.
Making me blush too.
우리 최대한 데빈 선생님을 한번 불편하게 해보자고요. 계속해서 칭찬 사연 많이 보내주세요. 그리고 아까 펭수 관련된 오프닝을 드렸어요. 우리 퀴즈도 펭수에 관련된 건데 김예린님이 펭수 뉴스가 홍콩에도 또 모스에도 나오네요. 요즘 정말 푹 빠졌습니다. 매력쟁이 펭수 하셨어요. 펭수 has its own language. And I say it because it's never clarified its gender.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So, but anyhow, there's a language and it's like When you say hi, you're supposed to say 팽하, and it's short for
yeah.
팽수하이.
Right.
And when you say bye, which we'll say later on, it's 팽바, 팽바.
팽바.
So I will say that to
Okay,
you at the end of the show
all
today.
right, cool.
네, 6365님이요. 팽하 하셨습니다. 신이나 라고 하셨는데요. 저는 40살의 팽수빠입니다. 구독 5,000명일 때부터 팬이었는데요. 이제 구독 120만 전 세계가 주목하는 팽수가 되니 너무 뿌듯해요. 꺄! 팽수!
It's true, you know, I didn't get on board as early as our listener there. But, you know, now that I open up YouTube or something, there he is every time.
He's everywhere.
Even my little sister in America asked me what, you know.
Oh, really?
I don't know how she heard about him.
미국에서 가족도 저 한국에 팽수라는 펭귄이 있던데 좀 알려주라 이렇게 연락이 왔대요. 류형국 님이요. 저희도 어제 트리 장식했어요 하고 이제 크리스마스 미션에 대한 사연을 보내주셨습니다. 사진을 보내주셨어요. 둘째를 가지고도 항상 1시간 거리를 출퇴근하는 아내에게 응원의 메시지 주고 싶습니다. 김엘님 항상 미안하고 사랑해요 라고 류형국님이 보내주셨어요. Yeah, this whole month we've been asking our listeners to send in Christmas photos whenever they can. And here's one. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, little baby, not baby, but a little toddler there next to the tree. Oh, how nice.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Do you have a Christmas tree up in your house?
I put some stockings up.
Okay.
I didn't have a tree this year, though.
네, 그렇군요. 데빈 선생님, 트리 하나 장식하시죠?
Yeah, I have to.
네, 계속해서 사연 보내주시고요. 퀴즈 정답도 보내주시고 또 질문 있으시면 언제든지 생방송 중에 보내주시면 되겠습니다. 최대한 저희가 답변을 드리도록 할게요. We have 5 vitamin C sets prepared for you as well. Okay, well, let's take a look at our news focus stories. 자, 그러면 첫 번째 news focus 살펴보겠습니다. 내년 하반기부터 미국에 갈 때 보안 인터뷰와 추가 검색 등의 불편이 줄어들 전망입니다. 미국 교통보안청과 한미 항공보안체계 상호인정 합의서를 맺은 데 따른 것인데요. Let's listen to the story.
South Korea and the United States have agreed to reduce the inconveniences South Koreans face when entering the U.S. According to the South Korean Transport Ministry, they agreed at a meeting last week to work on getting rid of an interview travelers have to go through when they arrive on the U.S. mainland and other inconveniences like extra security checks. According to a ministry official, the U.S. was willing to scrap those measures because it regards South Korean airlines and airports as top tier in terms of security.
So up until now, for some people, it has been quite tricky to get through these, what do you call them, stations, booths?
Yeah, at the immigration department when you arrive, you know, it's nerve-wracking. It makes people nervous.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not a fluent English speaker, and then they pull you aside and ask you lots of questions. Where are you going? And you know, who are you? What's your job? And all this stuff.
And sometimes you have lots of things prepared, but because you're so nervous, you forget what to say, and then that can get you into more trouble.
Yeah.
But now it's going to get easier, right?
Yeah, they said they're going to try to get rid of these inconveniences. I guess that doesn't mean they're doing it right away, but they're going to find ways to get rid of them because they trust the South Korean security system.
Yeah.
They assume that the South Korean authorities do a good job in checking everybody before they get to America.
Yeah, not too long ago, we actually talked about how the Korean passport is one of the most powerful passports in the world. That also goes to show that we have really good diplomatic ties with many different countries, one of which would be the US.
That's right. Well, in this story, there are a couple of expressions I wanted to talk about.
Sure.
One of them is the word scrap. Now, scrap is a noun, which normally means, waste material or something like that. But here we're using it as a verb. To scrap something means to get rid of it or throw it away, abandon it. So we could say we're going to scrap these measures.
어떤 조치를 없애다. 라고 할 때 scrap라는 동사를 쓸 수 있습니다. 제거하다라는 의미가 있죠.
Yeah, you could also say you could scrap a plan or scrap a program, let's say, at
Yep.
your company.
그렇죠. 그리고 scrap은 뭐 뉴스에서도 굉장히 많이 나옵니다만 우리가 평소에 대화 속에서도 뭔가 이렇게 취소할 때라든지 없앨 때 scrap라는 동사를 쓸 수도 있고요. Seoul had a few months back planned on scrapping the GSOMIA Accord.
Yes, that's right.
But then, they turned that around, of course. So we could use it in many different situations.
Perfect example. And if you're working on something with your friend and you change your mind, you just tell your friend, let's scrap it.
그래.
Just scrap it.
Let's scrap it. 그러면 그냥 없던 일로 하자. 이런 뜻입니다. What's another expression in the article?
The other one is top tier. Now, a tier is kind of a level.
Yeah.
So you have the first tier, second tier, third tier, for example. And here we're saying top tier, which means the best, because in this case, the U.S. believes South Korean airlines and airports are top tier. They're the best in terms of security.
네, 최고 수준이다라는 뜻이에요. 그래서 미국이 이제 외교적으로 한국을 굉장히 높게 평가하고 있기 때문에 앞으로는 이렇게 뭐 보안 인터뷰라든지 추가 검색하는 여러 절차가 좀 간소화될 것으로 그렇게 예상이 됩니다.
And I should clarify, it's tear, not like the tears that come out of your eyes, which are spelled T-E-A-R. This tear is spelled T-I-E-R.
Excellent point. Okay, let's listen to this story one more time.
South Korea and the United States have agreed to reduce the inconveniences South Koreans face when entering the U.S. According to the South Korean Transport Ministry, they agreed at a meeting last week to work on getting rid of an interview travelers have to go through when they arrive on the U.S. mainland and other inconveniences like extra security checks. According to a ministry official, the U.S. was willing to scrap those measures because it regards South Korean airlines and airports as top tier in terms of security.
And if you want to know what top-tier news anchoring looks like, watch Devin on another station at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Okay, let's go on to our next News Focus story. 자, 두 번째 News Focus입니다. 박항서 감독이 이끄는 베트남 축구팀이 동남아시안게임 결승전에서 인도네시아를 꺾고 우승하자 베트남 전역이 들썩이고 있습니다. 박 감독은 60년 만에 베트남의 우승한을 풀 수 있어서 더욱 의미가 있다며 소감을 밝혔는데요. Let's listen to the story.
In football, Vietnam have won the gold medal in the men's under-23 tournament at the Southeast Asian Games, and it's thanks in part to the leadership of their South Korean coach, Park Hang-seo. Vietnam beat Indonesia 3-0 in the final. Under Coach Park, Vietnam has seen unprecedented football success. In the Asian Football Confederation, they made it to the final match. They also made it to the semifinals at the Asian Games. With Park at the helm, Vietnam's national football team's FIFA ranking has risen from 121st to 94th.
It's the Park Hang-seo magic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it in Vietnam. He's impressed a lot of people down there and all around Asia, really.
Yeah, he's like a hero, a national hero, if you will. We have a video on our 보이는 radio right now, and this is the people cheering on the team, as I understand it, and also the coach.
Yeah, out in the streets in Vietnam, celebrating their win. A lot of progress made by the Vietnam team, and it's thanks, in part, to the leadership of Park Hang-seo. That's one of our phrases.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, if we say this is thanks to something or thanks to somebody, it means their efforts resulted in this achievement. So the win in the tournament was thanks to Park Hang-seo, and we added there, thanks in part to Park Hang-seo, because of course it's the players who play on the field.
그렇죠. Thanks to 그러면은 누구누구 덕분이다라는 뜻인데 in part는 일부 라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 박항서 감독의 어떤 중요한 역할을 여기서는 강조를 하는 것이고요. 물론 감독님의 역할뿐만 아니라 선수들도 사실은 이제 엄청나게 큰 역할을 했지만 어쨌든 in part 그 일부 내지는 또 이제 많은 부분이라고도 해석을 할 수 있을 것 같아요.
And that in part, that's you've got two phrases in one here because you can say something is due in part to something, you know. We can use that in other ways.
Right.
The disaster was due in part to the hot weather or something like that.
그러네요. Thanks to 뿐만 아니라 due to 뭐뭐 때문이다 라고 하는 이런 표현 가운데도 in part를 넣으면은 부분적으로 뭐 일부 어떠한 원인이나 또 뭐 이유가 이런 것이다. Due in part to blah 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 이렇게 얘기를 할 수 있겠습니다. And of course, Park is at the helm.
Yeah, this is what is a helm? Well, a helm is on the ship. It's the place where the captain is.
Is that right? I didn't know that. You know where this expression came from.
Yeah, the captain and maybe his first officer. They're at the helm of the ship, up there directing all the other people who are doing their jobs. So Park Hang-seo is at the helm. He's like the captain.
맞아요. 그래서 보통 이제 at the helm 그러면은 뭔가를 책임지고 있다라는 뜻이 있는데 조금 더 구체적으로 이 표현을 살펴보면 지금 데빈 선생님이 설명해 주신 것처럼 helm이라는 단어가 그 배의 키를 말한다고 합니다. 캡틴이 보통 있는 곳이죠. 그래서 at the helm은 바로 캡틴이 있는 곳. 그래서 누가 이제 책임지고 있다 이런 뜻이죠.
Yeah, and that can be used to describe people in charge of, you know, lots of different kinds of things, not just a soccer team. It could be the CEO of a company is at the helm. It can literally be a ship. People do use that for a boat, you know, the Navy captain at the helm.
맞아요. 그래서 이제 누군가가 어떤 프로젝트를 책임지고 있다라고 할 때 뭐 Devin is at the helm of this project 이런 식으로 얘기를 할 수 있겠습니다. Okay, let's listen to this story one more time.
In football, Vietnam have won the gold medal in the men's under-23 tournament at the Southeast Asian Games, and it's thanks in part to the leadership of their South Korean coach, Park Hang-seo. Vietnam beat Indonesia 3-0 in the final. Under Coach Park, Vietnam has seen unprecedented football success. In the Asian Football Confederation, they made it to the final match. They also made it to the semi-finals at the Asian Games. With Park at the helm, Vietnam's national football team's FIFA ranking has risen from 121st to 94th.
From the Park Hang-seo magic to Peng-su, back again to the quiz. Devin, could you remind our listeners of the quiz again?
Yes, Peng-su has many unique features, such as the yellow something he wears all the time. And the potential answers were number 1, headphones, number 2, sunglasses, number 3, bikini.
네, 계속해서 정답 보내주세요. 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 비타민 C 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 김희주 님이요. 데빈 선생님 차분한 목소리가 매력 뿜뿜이에요 하셨습니다.
That's nice of her to say. Thank you.
선생님 그리고 우리말도 잘 하시죠? How good is your Korean?
I can understand virtually everything, but I wouldn't brag about my speaking ability.
되게 신기해요. 왜냐하면 정말 데빈 선생님의 그 Korean listening은 아주 뛰어나거든요. 근데 speaking은 아직.
I'm more of a translator, you know, on paper. So I look at the Korean news articles, you know, and I translate those into English.
맞아요. 글도 잘 쓰잖아요, 한글로. 근데 이제 말은 좀 어렵군요.
Yeah, maybe I'm too much of a quiet person. I don't speak enough in general.
아니에요. 근데 정말 천재십니다, 데빈 선생님. 너무 대단한 것 같고 저도 오랫동안 알았는데 정말 대단한 분이에요. 손주희님, Devin's voice is so comfortable to listen to. It really is.
Oh, gosh, these people are so sweet today. What nice
여러분
listeners we
잘하고
have.
계시는 거예요. 지금 우리 데빈 선생님 굉장히 불편하게 만들어 봅시다. 칭찬 많이 보내주세요. 이동일 님이 데빈 선생님 인상이 정말 좋아요 하셨습니다. Yeah. How long have we known each other? For I think 10 years, I think.
Gosh, yes.
Yeah,
you know, here and there we you know have worked together in different places. And
맞아요.
it's been a while.
우리도 한 10년 정도 알았는데 저는 처음에 선생님 만났을 때 우리가 처음 만났기 때문에 이렇게 좀 수줍어 하시는 줄 알았더니 사실 이제 성격이 정말 차분하세요. 그렇죠?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
차분하신데 뉴스 할 땐 또 굉장히 또 카리스마가 막 느껴집니다. 멋지신 데빈 선생님. I'm trying to make him blush.
It's working. It's working. I'm blushing.
자, 노래 듣고 와서 다음 뉴스 포커스 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. This is Kim Khan's Bet Davis Eyes. 자, 다음 뉴스 포커스입니다. 10살 생일을 앞둔 벨기에 신동의 부모가요. 최초의 9세 대졸 타이틀이 무산되자 대학 측을 비난하며 아들을 학교에서 자퇴시켰습니다. 어떻게 된 일일까요? Let's listen to the story.
A Belgian child prodigy named Laurent Simons, who had hoped to graduate from a university in the Netherlands this month before his 10th birthday, has dropped out. Eindhoven University said there were still too many exams left for him to take, and to rush him would hurt his academic development. According to Simon's parents, the university also warned that media attention put too much pressure on him. Simons would have been the first university graduate younger than 10. His family says he will now pursue a PhD in electrical engineering in the U.S.
네, 천재 아이, 최초의 9세 대졸이 될 뻔한 로런 시몬스 얘긴데요. 왜 뻔했냐면은요. 이번 달에 원래 졸업 예정이었습니다. 보통 사람들은 한 3년 걸리는 코스를 10개월 안에 끝낼 예정이었고요. 이 아이는 원래 천재였기 때문에
Yeah.
그래서 이미 초등학교 들어갔을 때 학교에서 애가 너무 똑똑합니다. 그래서 중학교 시험 보고 고등학교 시험 보고 대학교까지 들어간 건데 What happened?
Yeah, his birthday is coming up. I think it was around Christmas, maybe December 26th. And the university said this is just, like you said, it's a 3-year course done in 10 months. And to do it by then, it might have been possible. They actually said that to the family. It might have been possible, but there's just too much to do and it's too fast. You know, if you go through so much material in such a short time, you really need time to digest it. And this would not have been good for the kid, his intellectual development.
네. 근데 이 아이가 이제 천재이기 때문에 좀 예외적으로 이 대학교에서 처음부터 이 아이가 1년 안에 졸업을 할 수 있을 것입니다라고 얘기를 했었지만 정작 지금 이제 12월이 되니까 안 될 것 같아요. 라고 학교에서 약간 입장을 바꾸고 내년까지는 그래도 시험을 좀 더 보고 내년에 졸업시킵시다. 라고 얘기를 한 겁니다. 그런데 문제는 이 아이가 워낙 이제 천재성이 잘 드러나서 미국에서 내년부터 박사 학위를 시작하기로 돼 있어요. 그러니까 무조건 지금 벨기에를 떠나야 하는 상황인데 부모가 그래서 뭐 그러면 졸업 안 하겠다. 중퇴하겠다.
Yeah.
이렇게 밝힌 거죠.
So they didn't make the 10-year or the 9-year-old graduation, but he'll do something else, that's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, I know. 그러게요.
Now, when we describe the kid as, basically a genius, there's a special phrase we use for children like that, which is child prodigy. Prodigy, Prodigy. And, there's words that you may have heard that are similar to prodigy, like prodigious, someone that means, producing a lot of, great work.
Yeah.
If someone is a prodigious writer or composer, this is a child prodigy. And that's our first phrase there.
그렇습니다. 영재를 뜻하는 prodigy. 앞에 child가 붙었기 때문에 이제 천재 아이라는 뜻인데요. Mozart was a prodigy. We can think of many people who were prodigies. In this case, we're looking at Laurent Simons. And he had to drop out.
Yes, drop out is another way to say quit. If you are in something that is like a competitive race, for example, you could drop out of the race. You have a goal ahead, but you decide to quit. You drop out of a race, you drop out of a program, maybe, or you drop out of a class, or drop out of a school. Yeah.
그렇습니다. drop out 그러면은 중퇴하다라는 뜻이 있어요. 그래서 이제 대학교 졸업을 앞두고 있었는데 여러분 9살입니다. 이 아이가. 근데 이제 대학교 졸업장은 못 받게 됐지만 그래도 내년에 박사 학위를 시작할 것으로 이렇게 알려지고 있어요.
I'll clarify with drop out. You wouldn't say that you dropped out of a company that you worked at.
I see.
You know, there's something like there's a goal at the end of a process that is involved, and you quit in the middle of it. You know.
I see. Yeah. 그렇죠. 이제 그러니까 중퇴라는 말 그대로 우리가 이제 회사에서는 drop out 한다고 하지는 않습니다. 자, 이 뉴스 스토리는 다시 읽기를 하지 않을게요. 퀴즈 정답 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 퀴즈 정답이 뭘까요, 데빈 선생님?
Well, among Pengsu's many unique features, he wears headphones all the time.
그렇죠. 노란색 헤드폰 1번이 정답입니다. Congratulations 이예나님, 박철영님, 탁우진님, 그리고 3179님과 끝번호 1771 쓰시는 분 비타민 C 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 데빈 선생님, what is the expression of the day?
Well, something you said earlier, Sue, stuck in my mind, and that is the phrase give and take.
Ah, okay.
As soon as you said it, I wanted to talk more about that.
Sure, please do.
Give and take, obviously those are two verbs, but when we use them together, give and take, that's a noun phrase.
Yeah.
So you say, in a radio talk show, there is a give and take. There is a give and take.
Right. 주거니 받거니.
Right. There's a give and take in a relationship between two people.
그렇죠.
You can't win all the time. Sometimes the other person has to win. So in a relationship, you have a give and take.
What good advice. 그렇습니다. 그래서 아까 사실 헤드라인 얘기하면서 미국과 이제 북한 얘기를 할 때 우리가 이 give and take 얘기가 나왔던 것 같아요. 그러면서 뭐 주는 것도 있고 받는 것도 있고 이래야 되지 않겠느냐라는 여러 파티의 얘기가 있었습니다. 그래서 give and take라는 표현이 나왔고요. 바로 오늘의 표현으로 데빈 선생님이 선정을 해주셨습니다. Alright. Well, thank you so much, Devin. How did you enjoy today's live radio?
Oh, it's been a delight. As always, I love having the chance to come here and be with you and all of your listeners. It's an honor and it's really a pleasure. And it's so funny to get these messages live as we're on the air.
I love making you uncomfortable and blush on air.
Well,
because
you succeeded today.
Because I know that when you're on TV doing your news presenting, you're so confident and charismatic. And I just felt like we need to see the other side of Devin today, this morning. So I did a little bit of that, hopefully. But I hope you enjoyed your time.
Oh, it's lots of fun today.
Well, I hope to
Thanks
see
so
you
much.
back tomorrow.
I hope so. Thanks.
네, 이상으로 데빈 선생님이었고요. 내일 또 오시겠습니다. 자, coming up in hour 2, we have Say What and also Movies with Lara. Taking us into the second hour now is the Goo Goo Dolls. 이 노래 듣고 올게요. Iris.